More.
Hi everyone, I'm Debbie Jackson, owner, editor and publisher of That Leeds Mag, and today I am talking to Frank J of the Chilli-Shop, the hottest shop in Leeds.
Hello everybody.
An all-round chili expert, is that right?
Well, anyone that says, what do you do for a living? I said, I hurt people for a living.
That sounds about right. So what is your connection to Leeds, the greatest city in the world?
Well, I love the city, and I think it's the hub of the North. Being a southerner, and when I started everything, I just noticed that all the best projects, all the best foodie companies, little tiny, risky, beautiful little companies were from Yorkshire, Sheffield, the North, basically, Liverpool, Manchester.
Farmers.
Yeah, and Leeds is really an hour away from everywhere, isn't it? It's really so close. It's such a big, growing city. It's an amazing place.
Yeah, there's a lot of I think SEO companies in Leeds and print companies in Leeds, just because of the fact that it's slap bang in the middle of the country and it's brilliant for dispatching everything. You know.
And it has the nicest people. I know it sounds biased, but being a Londoner, you go on the tube. If you talk to somebody on the underground, you're either mad or American. And so up here, everyone talks to you, and I love talking and interacting with the customers. So it's really refreshing to actually, you know, be welcomed and chat, and it's lovely. Really enjoy it here. Nice people.
So it is the greatest city in the world.
Well, I'm biased, but yes, I'm living, and I'm not going anywhere now. So
fantastic. No, we're not. So, where does your love of chili come from?
Well, I'm a foodie. I have to stress that. People think I'm a challenge shop. I'm a foodie first. My grandmother, see the dark bits, my grandmother was from a farm in Bologna. And if you've ever been to Bologna, it's about the food and the wine. And she married an Englishman called Frank, my grandfather. And he was banqueting chief of the Savoy Hotel, organising huge banquets for royalty, George Best, celebrities, you know, the FA Cup winning team would eat there. And so as a little kid, I used to go around his house in London and he would feed me caviar, petit four, smoked salmon with lemon on it. And I thought he ate that every day. I thought that was his normal food, but he just like loved me because I had the same name as him. And I just fell in love with food and flavors and tastes. And then when you get older, you discover travel and you go abroad. My holidays to the Caribbean influenced my hot food flavors, and Thailand and all over the world, really. So you just love
different stuff, isn't there, when you go? And it is such a contrast from traveling. For what you would eat at home, you might have a jacket potato, and then you go somewhere else and there's all this food, it's all different colors and it's all just delicious, and you would never have even tried it had you not visited those places.
No, I've had several magazines in Brighton where I first started, and here in Leeds, say my shop is one of the best places for a first date. Now, I found that bizarre and weird, but when I thought about it, if you come in, you are tasting around the world. You're coming around and you're getting free tasters of something from the Caribbean, something from Mexico, something from America. And then it starts off these little conversations and their attention wasn't on each other. And it was really funny. So it's a funny place to have a date, but it's a hot date.
You find out a lot about dates. You find out a lot about a person. Yeah, I guess. And also what they like to eat.
Yeah. And would you dare kiss them afterwards?
Yes. You get your face burnt off. So, so you began your chili shop journey in Brighton, you said?
Yeah, I started with a skate park.
No connection.
I went from marketing in London to living in Scotland, and then I came to Brighton. I moved to Brighton when my marriage didn't work, and I moved to Brighton because I've always had wonderful dirty weekends in Brighton. Love the place. Wonderful place, full of adventure and seaside and clubs and bars and restaurants and food and the little lanes of independence. I always attracted to the little independence. And when I came to Brighton, I'm quite a rebel. When I have an idea, I do it. I'm one of those dangerous people that has an idea, then does it. Whether it's a good idea or not, I'll do it.
Just going to do it.
And I was walking along the seafront in Brighton, and there were some kids tearing off bits of concrete on the old paddling pool between the two piers. It was really run down and broken. And I told these kids, you know, what are you doing? And they went, oh, Mum won't let me skate anywhere else. It's too dangerous. And I said, what about if I turn this into a skate park? And 5 weeks later, working with a friend called Paul, we built a £50,000 skate park with no money, may I add. No money. We got sponsorship. We came up with ideas and they worked. We built this huge skate park, and the council banned me from selling healthy foods to the kids. And kids are very vital. Skaters are fit and healthy. And I looked at, and because I get bored easy, I looked into healthy food. And there were 2,500 farms around the area of Brighton, and not a single farmer's market, not one.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'd never been to a farmer's market, so I started one. And being a veggie, I started the first vegetarian farmer's market in Europe. And my very first stallholder made seriously hot chutneys and jams and sauces. And I challenged him and I said, look, what are you local? Because these are chillies. And he went, Frank, there's loads of us all over the country with polytunnels and greenhouses, growing chillies, making really unusual, super hot stuff, and nowhere to sell them. We've got nowhere. Delis won't take us because we're too hot. There's nowhere to take us. Could you do a chili festival? You just seem to come along and do things. So I did. I started a chili festival, and this is before Facebook. 10,000 people came in 2 days, and it was huge.
How did people find out?
Word of mouth, flyers, you know, it just word spreads.
Old school marketing.
AA signs up everywhere. You know, the old school marketing. A lot easier now. And then when I went to book the stallholders a year later, a lot of them had gone bust. Because they did well at my festival, but the rest of the year they couldn't survive. And I'm very into buying local, I'm very into the local economy, and I'm very into independence. So after a couple of years of this festival getting bigger, I decided, even though I don't like shopping and I don't like shops, I particularly don't like shopping centres, I'm going to start a chili shop to keep my babies alive. And basically, my shop is a chili festival in a shop.
In a shop,
And it's all the bizarre and unusual and foodie and ingredients and things that, you know, one day you'll see them somewhere at a festival and you'll love it and you'll never know how to get it again. I'm that shop. I'm that shop. And now things find me, the most bizarre, interesting things attract to me. Like one of my latest things is a cactus salsa, beautiful chili cactus salsa. Oh, I die for. Or gin and tonic lemon marmalade. Oh, it's beautiful. Great excuse to have gin and tonic in the morning. Very good.
Probably not very alcoholic.
So that's how I started. It started with a skate park, and it started falling in love with my stallholders and seeing them as real people. So I look around my shop, and you might see, you know, sauces with funny or rude names or unusual ingredients, but I see Stuart and I see Deby and I see Dave and I see
where it all
Glenn.
comes from.
They're real people, and when you come in, not only will you be talking to me, you're getting the story behind the sauce, and you're getting the integrity and why the sauce tastes better.
Like you would at a farmer's market, getting direct from the supplier, I suppose.
You are, and it becomes a great gift to other people.
So what things were you doing in Leeds before lockdown, so sort of February, you know, earlier in the year?
Well, lockdown was interesting. So my shop before was a totally different look. We had 50 free tasters out every day, and you come in and you try stuff, all heat rated. So it's quite daring. People come in just to try stuff. To keep the shop alive, because you're a tiny little business paying, you know, business rates and rent and everything. And so to keep myself alive, I would go along and do festivals, and I would sponsor the chili eating competition and have a stall. And I would do markets, and I would do restaurants. And I'd go and do supper clubs and chili challenges. And basically, you're just forever just paying the rent. And all these events and festivals, but also it spread the word. The markets and the festivals spread the word, so it was great. And then lockdown hit, and it was like bang. And I saw it. I got a very quick mind, and I saw it happening. And I knew that I was not going to pay the rent. I knew I was not going to, and I could lose the shop. Even though my landlords are really nice, they love me. They're friendly. They are the only ones that would take me. You know, out of anyone else in Leeds wouldn't even look at me because I'm so different.
Yeah.
And then what I did was I bought a huge military ammunition case from a place called Dragon's Bridge, everybody. It's such a cool place. It's a reclamation yard. I really recommend.
Right. Is
You
that
never know what you're going to get.
Where is that?
Oh, yeah, it's hidden away.
It's hidden away.
I found lots of hidden
Dragons,
places.
what was
Hidden
it?
gems. Dragon's Bridge.
Dragon's
Yeah,
Bridge.
you need to do a feature on Dragon's Bridge.
I'll have
You
a
want an
look.
old telephone box? You want a full-size dinosaur? You want a chandelier that was once in an old hotel? They probably haven't, but they did. You never know what's going to be there. You never.
Wow.
But anyway, there was these military gun cases, and I knew that as a business, what was going to happen was lockdown was going to absolutely leave me unable to get stock.
Yeah.
My stock has got dates on; they're going to go out of date.
Oh yeah.
It was a difficult time, so I have got. You see this sign here, Hot Ones.
Mm.
This is the biggest show on YouTube. It's huge. It's a chili challenge for celebrities interview. And these sauces are expensive and hard to get, almost impossible to get outside of America. And I took 1 to 10 of this lineup, the most sought after sauces, and got some black foam and got it fitted inside this military ammunition case and cut it with a scalpel very neatly. It took me hours. And it looked work of art. You'd want this. Yeah. And I did raffles. That's what saved me during lockdown. I did a raffle, and all my lovely customers saved the shop.
Wow, because
we raffled this off. And I'm so grateful. I've kept all the raffle tickets that all these people that kept me alive. And every month, even though I didn't say it up front, I'm drawing a ticket every month for another prize to go out.
Just rewarding people for your support. Yeah,
and I did care packages. I designed a sauce called Self-Isolation Hot Sauce. And anybody in Leeds, I would do free deliveries, and you get a little care package with your name written on it in Old English.
We'll have to get some photos, definitely.
And you get a packet of the world's hottest gummy bears, so you can trick your friends you're fed up with, your family that you're stuck with, in your bag. And I would drop it on their doorstep, knock at the door and run away. And that's what I would do all through lockdown, delivering these little packages.
Oh, just to make people smile as well.
Yeah, and they didn't expect it. They didn't know. They didn't know they were getting a free gift. They had no idea. It was just something you don't expect.
Yeah, something really nice, and it really helps you get remembered. Things like that. They absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I got to know so many customers. I made so many people smile, and what I didn't realise is because people were getting their bag with their name on, saying care package, and their gummy bear, and their gummy bears, and they're free. They were taking photographs of what they were going to get and putting it on their social media. So their friends were going, "Oh, I want one of those."
Yeah.
And then that's how this sort of marketing effects by accident happened.
Yeah. Well, social media has been so busy because of lockdown, because everybody's online. You know, you can't go out, so that's it. So. So what have you been, what's happening now? I mean, what's going to be forever changed for the chili shop?
I can't have the tasters out anymore.
No.
And during lockdown, I could see this happening, and I thought, right, do you know what? I only had 24 hours to move into this shop when I was given this shop, 24 hours. So I didn't like the look. Every day I came in, really, imagine a perfectionist, an artist going, I don't like the look. And I thought, right, I'm going to spend the last money I have in the world with some professional slat walls, they're called, and it pushed the shop really wide. They come with no instructions. These are professional shop fitting walls, and they have shelves that you could change the height of them all over the shop.
All around.
Yeah, and it means I can keep bringing in new ideas and changing things. And so I had to learn from YouTube how to be shop fitter. So during lockdown, I had the most chronic toothache. I remember sleeping on the floor in agony so many times. I rebuilt my shop. I designed it how I've always wanted it to be as an experience for a customer. And I've now got a shop where we still do the free tasters, but the difference is you ask, and I get them out of the fridge, and we put them on a stick and people try them. But it means the shop has got twice as much scope and space and stock as it did before. So even though we just survived, we are stronger than ever now. So, and out the back of it, wow. During lockdown, nothing that used to sell sold, apart from the best taste in the world, this little jar of caramelized garlic. I'll have to send you one of these. Yeah, this is the best taste in the world. This is number one thing I've ever sold. Apart from that, everything that used to sell didn't sell. All the expensive items did. All the real unusual, the black garlics, the red habanero and black coffee, the golden syrup with fatali chili, the banana habanero, the chipotle, all the things that were unusual started selling during lockdown. And I think it's because people were bored.
People were bored. Yeah,
And I became their dealer, their fix.
Yeah.
And I was just getting these great reviews, and then people were picking up from the reviews. And so it's really transformed my shop. Everything is different. Everything selling is different, apart from the hot one sauces. And
So people who used to come in before lockdown should come down and see the store.
I want to show them around. And you don't have to buy anything. It's my shop.
Come and have a look.
Come and have a taste. Come and have an experience. And also, this is the biggest thing I'm proud of. You know, you get students that are here from outside the city, and people living here. Whenever they get friends or family arrive, they take people to my shop like it's a tourist attraction, and they take them to show them the shop. Go, look, Mum, this is the chili shop, and I feel so proud of that. I feel so proud. You know, I'm like the unofficial tourist attraction of Leeds.
Well, someone comes to your house and you give them a really nice sauce or something like that, and if you're the only place that they can get it, or you're where they bought it from, then they're going to say, Dad, this is that sauce I gave you. This is where I got it. Come and have a look. You know.
And I think they want a bit of bravado, saying, look, I've got a museum of pain. I've got a museum with the hottest things in the world. Some of them are ex-husband level. These are really dangerous. And I have a museum, and I've got stories from the museum of the lady that created the chili shower gel to the thing I can't talk about, and to other things. There's lots of things in it. Yeah, loads of things. I've got. You just come in, look at my museum, and say, "Tell me the story about that one," and I will. There's a different story every time they come in.
Well, how do you cope with it? If, you must have to do some really serious training on your staff, or is it always you?
That's the secret. I've never hired any. What I do is I choose customers. I see a customer who's so passionate about the shop. And they know almost as much as me. They've tried everything. They love the shop. They're telling me stuff. And I say to them, would you like a part-time job?
Yeah. Nice.
The training's done.
Yeah, they already know it. They need to really love food. And I guess you need them to really embrace it the way you embrace it. So it's your face.
Yeah. See, the funny thing about chilies is, unlike any other food, is that when chilies hits your tongue, it sends a false message to the brain saying, oh my God, I'm in pain. And it tells your brain to create an endorphin. And what an endorphin is a painkiller. Yeah. But the side effect of this painkiller is a high. You get happy, you get a buzz. So when people come in and they try the tasters, they start talking to strangers in the shop.
Because they're in a good mood.
And there's a buzz in the shop, and I'd love to bottle it. I don't know what to do with it sometimes.
Oh, you have bottled.
But I've never. Honestly, you go to any other shop, just think about it. You go to a shop. When was the last time strangers started talking to you in the shop? Yeah, this shop happens all the time, hourly, every day.
Unless you trip over them.
Customer come in and they go, oh, you must try this one. Oh, I've just tried this, and they laugh at each other. And you think, hang on, you didn't know each other a minute ago. There's something going on with the endorphins and the shop and the fact that it's daring and there's lots of humour here. So this is all by accident. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never
doing it right, obviously.
Never owned a shop. And I think that's why my shop's different, is I don't have a past experience of this is how a shop should be. And I'm not precious if they buy things. If a customer comes in for the very first time, I will give them something free. They will get a free packet.
Have a look around.
Yeah, do tasters free. There's no pressure. Try stuff. Just have an experience.
Yeah.
You know, and so
I said to a friend of mine, I know you've mentioned the hot chilies. I said to a friend of mine, I'm speaking to Frank J from the Chili Shop. So yeah, I know him. I said, well, I don't know loads about chili. So I was like, well, what should I ask him? And he said, ask him about pepper X. So what is pepper X?
Well, you know the first question men ask in the shop. Ladies are much more intelligent, by the way. They have much better questions. What's your hottest? Right. First question. Well, the world's hottest chili. I have put it on the back of my flyer now because people need, when they buy a sauce, they want retention value of the flyer, and they know it's a world record. Well, the hottest chili in the world in the Guinness World Records is called the Carolina Reaper.
Yes.
And it's 2.2 million Scoville units, which means if we had a bowl, one drop of this chili in a bowl would need about 2.2 million drops of water to neutralize one drop.
To make it edible, or just to neutralize it.
That is the current commercially available hottest chili in the world that's in the Guinness World Record. Then this show came on YouTube called Hot Ones in America. interviewing Gordon Ramsay, Halle Berry, Jack Black, you know, really Jeff Goldblum, big stars, big God, Shaq, you know, DJ Khaled, proper big cult stars. And what the show noticed after 2 seasons is that they were using other companies' sauces, and that everyone wanted, they couldn't buy all 10 because it was expensive to buy all 10 to do the challenge at home. So the show thought, we need to own the first one, the mildest, the middle one, and the hottest one.
So people can.
Now they wanted their hottest one, and because they wanted their hottest one. Oops, I lost you there.
Come back. There we are.
My battery's low, I think. Because they wanted a sauce hotter than anyone else. The guy that created the Carolina Reaper hybrid had created a new chili called Pepper X.
Right.
And he made the hot ones Pepper X sauce called The Last Dab. No one in the world is allowed to sell it. We're not allowed to sell it, but we have it in the shop. So when we do a hot ones challenge night for the public, we actually have The Last Dab, even though it's not for sale and nobody can get hold of it. So that is going to be the new world record. Totally secret. Nobody's ever seen it.
Nobody's seen it. Right. So you've tried it, yeah?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
There's a fridge full of milk next to me.
There is. I mean, I'm happy with kind of a mild. You know, my husband will have the hotter ones. He usually regrets it.
There's a new chili, and I'm getting it Monday called Apollo. So there's the hot ones have even brought out a hotter sauce. And when you book us for a corporate challenge or a party or do one of our challenges, we're going to have the new hotter version. And that's why I've got the biggest collection of featured hot wine sauces anywhere outside of Brooklyn, America. It's taken me 3 years to get them. Oh, impossible, some of them to get. So you can actually buy a sauce that's appeared on the show and give it as a present or start a little collection. And we do like a little hot one featured collector's card showing you what season and what lineup. And you cannot get these things. And it's like, it's so famous, what this sauce that killed Gordon Ramsay. And now you have it, or now you're giving it as a present. And so I'm selling somebody an experience they can connect with. It's not a sauce to me. This is not money. This is not a product. This is a must-have thing. And the reason why I got The Last Dab is that the public love this show. You have to watch Hot Ones. Watch the Gordon Ramsay one. It's so funny. Is that you watch these celebrities and you inside you think, could I do that? Well, I allow you to find out. Yeah. You can be that celebrity. That's your 15 minutes of fame. You can film yourself doing it. And I'm allowing people to live the dream, the experience they see online. Yeah.
Really cool. That's really fun. So I've just got one more question for you.
Go for it.
It's about Christmas dinner. So
yes,
I'm not going to put it on my Christmas dinner, but the next day when I've got leftovers, maybe on my leftover turkey or a vegetarian option, what sauce should I put on it?
Well, we talked about it earlier. The caramelized garlic in hot olive oil will save, and basically you could put a tiny tip of this in anything, and the oil releases the heat in slow motion and then traps the caramelized garlic taste in your tongue. So a little bit of that into anything you want to improve. And this doesn't go off, doesn't need the fridge, and this is your best friend. I sell it to loads of bands who tour and get all the food. So I have found the best taste in the world, and I challenge anyone to come along and I can get you to try it. And I will say, if I've got a couple coming in, I will say to them, I'll say, one of them will be daring enough. I said, look, put this will be the best thing that's ever been in your mouth. And then the other of the couple will laugh in a naughty way. And then I will get the other one to try it. And she'll go, wow, that's amazing. And you can see the disappointment on her husband's face. It's very funny.
Yeah, really good. Sorry. That's really cool.
Fantastic. So I have found the best taste in the world. I'm so proud of that. That's my USP of the shop.
That's the one. Fantastic. Well, brilliant talking to you.
That's all right. You can find me on Merrion Street. I am on the Merrion Centre, opposite Taco Bell, next to KFC. I'm the weirdest shop along the street. So just find me in the Merrion Centre in Leeds.
Yeah, a lot of people already know you.
I know, it's like being famous without the money.
Watch this video and they know exactly who you are when they come and see you. And
the next time I see you, we're going to film you trying something.
Trying some chili sauce, definitely.
You are.
I don't want that last, last dab one.
No, you're not going to get that. That's too expensive anyway. So.
I don't want to try that one. We're good.
Oh.
Try something a little bit softer. But yeah, that would be brilliant. Fantastic, Frank.
Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting small little businesses. I really appreciate that. We love the idea of the magazine kicking off again. We need you.
Thank you.
I embrace all small businesses should get involved with
really,
you.
Really, yeah. I mean, it's like you. I'm not from a magazine background, you know, and I'm a graphic designer, and I just think, yeah, I need to make this happen. Everybody needs to advertise, and I'm trying to give them an easy, affordable platform to do that. So, you know,
you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
More.